This paper describes a very unexpected and exciting observation. These are the words of a pediatric oncologist, Dr. Elias Sayor, words that signal a potential seismic shift in our decades-long war against one of humanity's greatest foes, cancer. For generations, our primary weapons have been brutal but necessary. We've used chemotherapy, a systemic poison that floods the body to kill fast-growing cells, but it cannot distinguish between a tumor and the cells in our hair follicles, our gut lining, or our bone marrow, leading to debilitating nausea, hair loss, and a shattered immune system. We've used radiation, focused beams of energy that burn tumors away, but it can scorch healthy tissue in its path. And we've used surgery, the surgeon's scalpel that physically cuts the disease out of the body, a traumatic but often life-saving invasion. These methods save lives, but they come at an immense cost. So what if there was another way? What if we could stop attacking cancer with these external forces and instead unleash the full, untamed, and breathtakingly precise power of our own immune system against it? Imagine a single, off-the-shelf vaccine available to almost anyone, capable of training your body to hunt down and destroy tumors, making them shrink and, in some astonishing cases, disappear entirely. This is no longer the realm of science fiction. This is the reality unfolding in a laboratory at the University of Florida, a startling immune hack that could finally unlock the holy grail of modern medicine, a universal cancer vaccine. Today, we delve deep into the groundbreaking research that could revolutionize how we treat, and perhaps one day conquer, this devastating disease. We will uncover how this new vaccine uses a now familiar technology in a completely radical new way. We will examine the jaw-dropping results from the first major preclinical trials that have the scientific community buzzing. And we will ask the crucial question: could this truly be the beginning of the end for cancer as we know it? The term mRNA, or messenger RNA, is now a household name. The COVID-19 pandemic catapulted this technology into the global spotlight, showcasing its power to rapidly develop effective vaccines. In simple terms, mRNA acts like a temporary instruction manual for our cells. The COVID vaccines delivered mRNA that instructed our cells to build a harmless piece of the virus's spike protein. This gave our immune system a training dummy, a safe way to learn what the enemy looked like. Specialized cells then presented this spike protein to our T cells and B cells, creating a powerful immunological memory. When the real virus appeared, the body was already primed to mount a powerful defense. This success was a monumental proof of concept, opening the floodgates for researchers to explore mRNA's potential against other diseases, with cancer being the top prize. But the scientists in Florida, led by Dr. Sayer, have taken this foundational concept and flipped it completely on its head. Instead of creating a vaccine that's painstakingly tailored to a specific target on a cancer cell, they've designed an mRNA sequence that doesn't target anything specific at all. Instead, the mRNA itself acts as a massive, system-wide red flag. Think of it less like a sniper rifle aimed at a single, camouflaged enemy soldier, and more like a deafening air raid siren combined with blinding emergency flares that wakes up the entire army and shouts, "We are under attack." This vaccine's sole purpose is to create controlled chaos, to scream danger at the top of its lungs, jolting the immune system out of its complacency and into a state of maximum alert. The genius of this approach lies in its beautiful simplicity and its deliberate non-specificity. This isn't about teaching the immune system a new, complex lesson. It's about giving it a powerful reminder of its core duty: to seek and destroy any and all threats, including the cancerous cells it had previously overlooked. So, the theory is brilliant, but does this radical idea actually work in practice? The initial results, published for the world to see in the prestigious journal Nature Biomedical Engineering, are nothing short of breathtaking. The researchers set up a rigorous experiment. They took laboratory mice and implanted them with aggressive human melanoma tumors. Melanoma is the deadliest form of skin cancer, notorious for its ability to metastasize, or spread, to other parts of the body, making it incredibly difficult to treat in its advanced stages. The team then began a simple treatment regimen: Just once a week for 3 weeks, the mice received a dose of the new mRNA vaccine. This was given alongside standard immunotherapy drugs, specifically checkpoint inhibitors. These immunotherapy drugs are already a revolution in themselves. They work by taking the brakes off the immune system's T cells. But often, just releasing the brakes isn't enough. The T cells are free, but they are still confused and lack direction. The new vaccine, however, acts as the ultimate catalyst. It's like putting a highly trained driver behind the wheel of that car with the released brakes and stomping on the accelerator. The combination proved to be a true force multiplier. The results were stark and unambiguous. In the control group of untreated mice, the cancer was relentless. Tumors grew unchecked, and their health rapidly declined. Every single one of them succumbed to the disease within 50 days. Their journey was a grim reflection of advanced cancer's unchecked power. But in the group that received the vaccine and immunotherapy combination, the story was transformed. The vaccine helped the mice's own immune cells to finally recognize the cancer as a dangerous intruder and attack it with overwhelming force. The effects were visible and dramatic. Tumors began to shrink. In many cases, their growth was completely halted in its tracks. And in some fortunate mice, the tumors vanished entirely, leaving no trace behind. The survival statistics were staggering. 100% of the treated mice were still alive at the 60-day mark, long after all their untreated counterparts had perished. And when the experiment officially concluded at day 100, more than half of the treated mice were still alive and thriving. This wasn't a marginal improvement. It was a profound life-or-death difference, a powerful proof of concept for this revolutionary approach that sent waves of excitement through the research community. To truly grasp why the word universal makes this discovery so monumental, we need to understand the current challenges in the quest for a cancer vaccine. For decades, scientists have considered a broadly effective cancer vaccine to be a holy grail, one of the ultimate, most elusive achievements in all of medical science. The central problem is that cancer is a disease of self. It's not a foreign invader like a virus or bacteria. It's our own cells gone rogue, which makes it incredibly difficult for the immune system to recognize as an enemy without causing catastrophic autoimmune damage. Until now, there have been two main strategies. The first is to find a common target, a specific protein or antigen found on the surface of cancer cells in many patients. This is a slow, painstaking process because cancer is a disease of chaos and mutation. A lung cancer tumor in one person can be genetically wildly different from another's, making a one-size-fits-all target exceedingly rare. The second, more modern approach is the personalized vaccine. This involves taking a biopsy of a patient's own tumor, rushing it to a high-tech lab, sequencing its entire unique genetic code to find its specific mutations, and then designing a custom-made mRNA vaccine just for that one person. This is at the cutting edge of medicine and has shown incredible promise, but it is also incredibly complex, taking weeks or even months to produce, and is astronomically expensive, costing hundreds of thousands of dollars per patient. This puts it out of reach for the vast majority of patients worldwide, and for those with aggressive, fast-moving cancers, the wait can be a death sentence. This new research from Florida introduces a thrilling and desperately needed third path. It's a path that bypasses the need for a common target and sidesteps the logistical nightmare of personalization. It focuses on one thing: stimulating a powerful, innate immune response that is universal to all of us. This research represents a true paradigm shift, a new way of thinking about how we can leverage the body's own power. If you believe this kind of innovative science is the key to our future, take a moment to hit that like button to show your support for the incredible work being done by these researchers. So let's get into the specifics of this immune hack. What is the secret sauce? How exactly does this vaccine wake up the immune system so effectively when it has been dormant for so long? The researchers turned to a surprising and ingenious source: the mitochondria. You might remember from high school biology that mitochondria are the tiny powerhouses inside our cells, responsible for generating almost all of our cellular energy. But they have a fascinating backstory. According to the widely accepted endosymbiotic theory, mitochondria were once independent, bacteria-like organisms that billions of years ago were engulfed by our ancient cellular ancestors. Instead of being digested, they formed a symbiotic relationship that changed the course of life on Earth. Because of this ancient bacterial origin, their internal components, including their own unique RNA, can look slightly foreign to our highly evolved immune system, which is constantly on patrol for bacterial signals. When the researchers created an mRNA vaccine derived from these mitochondrial components and packaged it in lipid nanoparticles that mimicked a viral infection, it essentially tricked the immune system into thinking a massive internal cellular catastrophe was underway. This triggers a powerful, primal alarm that mobilizes the body's elite special forces, the T cells. T cells are the immune system's primary assassins. The great tragedy of cancer is that it learns to outsmart them. Cancer cells create a hostile microenvironment around themselves, actively suppressing T cells. They can even display proteins on their surface, like PD-L1, that act as a "don't eat me" signal, effectively putting T cells into a state of paralysis known as T cell exhaustion. These T cells are present, but they are functionally useless. Dr. Elias Sayor believes this new vaccine acts as the ultimate wake-up call for these sleeping soldiers. It provides a powerful danger signal that overrules the cancer's suppressive messages. It doesn't just nudge them, it jolts them awake, prompts them to multiply exponentially, and rearms them to finally see and obliterate the cancerous cells they were previously ignoring. As co-author Dr. Dwayne Mitchell, a neurosurgeon, eloquently put it, it could potentially be a universal way of waking up a patient's own immune response to cancer, and that would be profound if generalizable to human studies. The word universal is a bold claim, but the initial evidence is tantalizingly supportive. The research team didn't just test their vaccine on melanoma. To see if the effect was truly generalizable, they also tested it on several other, vastly different types of cancer in mice. This included aggressive osteosarcoma, a type of bone cancer, and notoriously difficult to treat glioblastoma, a form of brain cancer. The fact that they saw positive results across these different cancer types is what makes this research so electrifying. It suggests the mechanism isn't tied to the specifics of one cancer's biology, but rather to the fundamental process of immune activation itself, a process that could work across a broad spectrum of malignancies. This opens the door to the incredible possibility of a truly off-the-shelf cancer vaccine, one that wouldn't need to be customized for every patient, or even for every type of cancer. It could become a standardized treatment that doctors could use to sensitize any patient's immune system against their individual tumor. Just think of the implications for a disease like melanoma, which is diagnosed in about 104,000 Americans each year. While often treatable when caught early, the 5-year survival rate plummets to just 34% once it spreads. A universal tool to fight metastatic cancer would change the world. Of course, the journey from these incredible mouse studies to a treatment available for human patients is still long and requires caution. The vaccine has not yet been tested in people, and the team is actively working to navigate the complex regulatory processes to advance it into human trials. This involves meticulous Phase 1 trials to establish safety, Phase 2 to test for efficacy in small patient groups, and massive Phase 3 trials to confirm it works on a large scale. It's a multi-year process, but the potential here is simply too great to ignore. To stay updated on this story and other major health breakthroughs that could change our lives, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. The future of medicine is being written today, and you will not want to miss a single chapter. In conclusion, what we are witnessing could be the dawn of a new era in oncology. It's an era defined not by attacking cancer with ever stronger external forces, but by empowering our own bodies to do what they were designed to do: defend, protect, and heal. The research from the University of Florida, spearheaded by visionaries like Dr. Elias Sayor and Dr. Dwayne Mitchell, offers more than just another scientific paper. It offers a profound and tangible sense of hope. The concept of a non-specific mRNA vaccine that acts as a universal alarm bell for the immune system is a testament to the power of creative, out-of-the-box thinking. The stunning survival rates in mice treated for melanoma, bone cancer, and brain cancer provide a powerful and compelling proof of concept. While we must remain grounded and recognize that this research is still in its early stages, it provides one of the most promising glimpses yet into a future where the fight against cancer is not just about survival, but about quality of life. A future where patients may no longer have to endure the devastating physical and emotional toll of chemotherapy and radiation. It's a future where a simple shot could give our own immune system the decisive edge it needs to win the battle. A future where a universal cancer vaccine is no longer a distant holy grail, but a life-saving standard of care for millions. A future where the words, "you have cancer," are no longer met with fear, but with the confidence that we have the tools to fight back.